Hello everyone, welcome back to some more From the Depths. We are in the vehicle designer once again. We are basically going for another approach here. I decided to take a page out of the book of the lightning hoods. Now for those of you who are unaware of what the lightning hoods do really, or what they are another faction in this game, and they tend to be a bit more laser powered. So I think you know what that means. We are going to be upscaling our business here. Quite a bit in fact. And we're going to be using some lasers. And it's going to be glorious. Right now I am pretty much working on what is going to be the laser delivery vehicle, or which is just it's a big way of saying it's a plane with lasers on it. I mean, who doesn't like that, right? And then I'd like this to be the bottom part where the lasers are actually going to be contained in. Sort of like a internal bay for the missiles and such on modern Joint Strike Fighters and things. Basically they keep the missiles in there and they sort of eject them out with the what's the word, so that they don't get the actual friction from the missiles being placed outside before being fired. Which is all well and good. I'm having my game stutter for some reason. I'm not exactly sure why. Huh. It's weird. I'll be right back, see what this is. Alright, there we go. I'm not sure what it was, but I fixed it. Anyway, we're gonna be pretty much upgrading this design into a feasible laser jet fighter or something. We're gonna have it facing out to the front here. We're gonna use this area to build up the laser itself, and we're gonna store a big ass engine on here somewhere, because of course it's gonna need lots of power, and that power's gotta come from somewhere. For now though, we are just trying to give this a good looking shape. Arguably fairly important for any vehicle of choice. This is going to be a larger plane, of course, because, well, a good laser needs room. And we will have plenty of room. Fear not. Let's see. I'm gonna want these to extend further over here. Just like that. And like metal inverted right. There we go. Get these ones to be like over there. There we go. Which allows for that one over there. Then we get the metal beam here. Go. You know what, in a sort of experiment here, I'll actually be right back and leave and come back once I've made some more progress on the actual plane itself, instead of showing you 10 minutes of me building the first part of the hull and then showing you, ta-da, there it is, I did everything. So I'll be right back. Which is basically like the barrel. This is where the laser is going to go down, and this makes it more accurate, as you can clearly see in here. Laser optics is placed directly in front of the combiner and focus the beams. This increases the range and accuracy. Inaccurate beams wander around. Then we've got a couple of laser steering optics, which are just basically a selection of wider dishes coming out of the bottom of the to-be plane at some point here. This gives us a bigger field of fire, comparable to the You know how there's the 1 meter Omni Mantlet, then you have the 3x3 meter Omni Mantlet, which gives you even more reach. That's basically that, except you put multiple in front of one another. So, then of course, lasers need power to fire stuff. Then we're gonna go over here to the laser coupler, which is basically a connector to the multi-purpose laser over here, which is the actual laser itself, where you can see continuous wave laser damage is 0 AP, 1 range, approximately 0 out of 40 shots per game second. Pulse laser, you can have the fire, instead of being a continuous laser, it can be pew pew, like, it shouldn't need to be explained, hopefully. I don't know why I did anyway. Anyway, let's get into the more important part. So you've got your laser coupler here. You can put a Q switch on that, which can convert it from that continual firing beam to pulse. If you add 1, then you have a twice per firing. If you add 3, then you fire 4 times per second. And if you add 4, which is the maximum for all you math geniuses out there, then you get an 8 times per second fire rate. Oh. Right, now let's take a look at how to actually make the laser do things. Over here we've got the expendable menu, which is basically like ammo selection for your advanced cannons, except it's for lasers. So over here we've got the laser cavity, the laser pump, the frequency doubler, and the laser destabilizer. So we'll take a look at the frequency doubler first. That is basically increasing the armor piercing value. Multiple doublers can be added into the same cavity. So does it mean you can... Nope. Let's see. We're gonna do a quick test here because we're all about that science. You are not connected. However, there's still a chance that this might work. Nope. So you can only chain feed them like this, basically. Which is not a bad thing, but useful to know. So we've got a couple frequency doublers here, which is great and all. We now have armor piercing of 9. I think we'll go for a bit more than that. That gets us up to 11, which not bad. Though, having said that, I think this might be possible as well, where we literally just... No, I don't think it is actually, because that literally made 0 difference. Does this make a difference? It does! Right, so... it says it's connected. You say you're connected, you all say you're connected, but why are you not giving bonuses then? I haven't really messed around with this much, although I will do a proper tutorial probably on it at some point. We'll see. Just trying to figure out how the hell this stuff works right now. Beats me. Anyway, continuing on the ground level here, we'll put some more frequency doublers just to get up to like... We're up to 15 now. I feel like that is valid enough for our purposes here. Up to 17. Yeah, that's good enough. And then we're gonna add the laser destabilizers, which dramatically increase the energy used when firing, increases damage. We're now up to 0 armor piercing, 0 damage, 17 armor piercing, because we need to add one last thing, that is laser cavities. And these actually store the power. So they're not doing anything yet. So we're gonna add some pumps, which actually pumps it in there. There we go. You can now see we are finally charging. And we are using engine power to do so. Of course, the more pumps you add, the quicker you can charge if you have the engine power. If. Right now you can see we are charging extremely slowly. We've got our nice accurate beam here, which I like to think is accurate, but I'm not entirely sure, of course. This is all work in progress. We'll get rid of that coloring thing. And well, I think that might be good, though I'm not entirely sure, of course. Then there's also things like the laser connector, which allow you to, if you build a thing here, and you build a laser transceiver there. Basically, if you do this long enough, you can have things like, if I want to say, like have my laser up here, I can connect this rail of cavities with a laser and connect that up to a multi-purpose laser here. And that is now connected to ID number 393. Which is, I believe, this one. No, it is not. The laser transceiver and transmitter are actually connected to the second one, but let's not get too deep into that. This is not a tutorial after all. Not yet, at least. But yeah, now our laser is fully charged. We do 48 damage, approximately. Let's get some more Q switches on there, which doesn't appear to make this a pulse laser or anything, which is a bit funny. Yep, we still have our constant beam, which is more than a little annoying, I have to say. I'll be right back once I figure out how to fix this, because I'm not familiar with lasers yet. Alright everyone, welcome back to the build in progress. This is actually one of the more efficient engines that I built. Tuned up to max, really. Oh, I see we still have some more efficiency changes that can be made. Hang on. I'm gonna have to check each and every single one of them. But yeah, it didn't really change anything else. I added some engines, obviously, so I could test the amount. And, well, we have more than enough pumps at the moment to actually keep up with the amount of power required. It does tank our engines fully for a while, so we are probably going to build the engine even bigger. But at least it's efficient, so that's nice. We're going to go back to the laser destabilizers, because we're going to want to up the damage a bit, because we have the capabilities to sustain that, thankfully. Look at that, good damage there. We're just slicing and dicing here. Yeah, that's nice, I like it. Get out of Binox, that would be useful. Now I believe we can actually use adapters here for the engine. There we go. Basically what that does is it allows us even more room for cylinders. Which, as you might imagine, pretty important for a fuel engine. Go, now it's just a case of adding all the turbochargers. This is going to be a pretty big plane, as you can probably imagine, but hey, it's going to be fun. This will be like our laser bomber plane or something. see. Just want to get some testing done now that we have additional engine power. We're not even using our full engine anymore to charge, which is brilliant. But I do think there is now a small drop in actual... Or not. Nope, we seem to be doing pretty much constant DPM, which is great. That means we can try adding another laser destabilizer. If the damage continues to degrade, then... Well, simply put, that's the end of that plan in that moment. But yeah, we are firing through the water right now, because of course this is heavy, we're building this out of all metal. It's gonna sink. Oh well. Let me do a quick alt-tab here. I think we might be able to get away with using at least 4 or 5 destabilizers, which would mean a lot of damage, hopefully. Turns out there's science behind it. You know what? Let's add a temporary hot air balloon deployer, get this off the ground. In theory, of course. Not like it's gonna help much, but you never know. There you can clearly see submarines pretty much impenetrable to laser fire, as you might imagine. Still doing pretty consistent damage, blowing away all those blocks that we want to. Seems good enough, really. Like, we've got enough armor penetrating to get through steel, hopefully. Let's just make sure we are above the water for the next test. I want to try it one more time. I'll make this look pretty somehow, I promise. It's gonna be big, but I don't care. It's going to be a lot more efficient than the wings, which I might mention have also gotten a quite substantial redesign at this point. You're gonna love it, I promise. I'll show that when we're done with this plane. There we go. If this doesn't get it out of the water, then we've got some problems. Yeah, that's not gonna do miracles, I'm afraid. You know what, I'll just be right back. Alright, so I've done a bit more tweaking. I've taken a look at the damage. I've temporarily put some side engines on here just to help out with that. Let's spawn in... We'll give this a challenge. We'll load in an Atlas, just to see how you would fare. You have my permission to fire when you see him. There we go. We are already blowing him to bits. Look at that! That is accuracy there! This is actually doing stuff. Oh my god! We can't even move, but we're blowing him to hell already. Just imagine having like a wing of 4 of these. There we go. That was good. Good stuff. Tore off like 150 blocks. Yeah, that was good. So, tell you what, I'm gonna cut away now. I'm gonna build the rest of the plane. I wanted to show you the laser since there wasn't anything we've done before. Just look at that. We are blowing him to pieces. Every shot he's losing blocks, getting damage. It's beautiful. There we go. So I'll be right back with a finished plane, hopefully. And then we'll take a look at the wing version 2, or V2. So, be right back. Alright, here we go. It is not finished yet, but this is pretty much all I have time for the day. We're gonna be just rounding it off. I'm gonna show it to you. It's not looking too bad if you ask me. I mean, it could certainly be better, I'll agree on that, but it's got a nice spacey vibe to it. I'm gonna try and fit more jet engines on it so it's actually faster. I do like the split tail. It does theoretically work. We have light blocks connected to a spinner on the inside. Inside is pretty much full of fuel and engine and all that, so it's not going to be great at taking hits, but it should be able to dodge a few things. I'm going to keep working on this off camera. I'll have a show of that ready for you tomorrow, but as promised, we were going to take a look at the wing version 2 as well, because that's not, this new laser craft is not the only thing I've been working on. So let's take a look at the wing 2. It's got double engines on the back, goes at 76 meters per second. It's still got the same missiles and everything, but it's at least twice as fast, if not faster. It's gonna be the new version of the wing that we are gonna be using in our campaign here. Hopefully this should help it, you know, just do that bit better. We're gonna save you as laser craft. There we go. That is all I have time for the day. If you've liked this unorthodox design, which is not yet finished, then please do leave a like down below. Leave a comment if you have anything to say, and until next time, have a good one, folks.